Hi everyone, this is Nibiru Watcher. It is December 16th, 2016. And what I'm showing you in the next video is a breakdown in the lens system that follows our horizon, follows the sun at its horizon. I'll call it a lens array. Completely different from the sun simulator in a higher orbit closer to the sun. And watch this. If you haven't seen those videos, please go back and watch it. But let me show you this video first, and then an explanation of a further breakdown what I believe what this type of lens this is. So let's watch this video. This is a sunrise over Nunema. I hope I pronounced that right. For some of you grammar Nazis out there, feel free to correct me on that. So here we can see these distinct lights being projected as the sun rises. You can see this shrink and grow. You'd expect that with a lens. However, this is not your thick, bulky lens that you would see. Okay, these are, I truly believe, to be the ultra-thin lenses or super lenses in the, watch when this thing completes. Watch this thing at sunrise. Again, here you see it matches up and then redirects the light downward. And watch this thing expand. This possibly, look at the curvature of these out of focus planets behind it. This is in the eastern sky. We'll watch that time lapse again. And this breakdown of this lensing system. I have been doing this for a long time, and I have never seen this, whatever it is, it's approaching this lens system is getting brighter and brighter. This thing appears to be breaking down. So let me next show you the breakdown of this cloaking device. Again, I just want to show real quick, for those who haven't seen this before, this lens system here, you can see the oscillation, these separate lenses here and here. We call this the lens array. This oscillating device here, and this video is showing it oscillating above and below. This is the spinning Fresnel lens in front of the sun simulator. It follows the sun. Here we can clearly see the lens array being exposed, and I now believe these to be quite high-tech, ultra-thin nano material, metamaterial, with consisting of gold and all kinds of light phasing technology. Now let me show another. And in this lens array, just go back and watch it. I don't want to be too redundant in this, but in this other simulator, we can see that thing, same thing that was oscillating, is now being projected down here below. We can see there is the projection of the Fresnel lens. So let's see if I can go back and show that again. This spinning Fresnel lens. Okay. Now, we take you to the Caltech and JPL have been working, Jet Propulsion Laboratory and California Institute of Technology have come up with this metasurface light bending technology to give you a breakdown of how this thing works. These things, these little red things actually rotate independently and increase in diameter to refocus the light in like this vortex. I love that because light is traveling on a vortex. It really isn't traveling, it's moving like a wave, like an ocean. When there's a shock wave or tsunami at one coast, the water itself doesn't move, but the wave moves through the water. And if it moves fast enough at different frequencies, like at the frequency of light, it is in the visible spectrum of light. And that's what we're talking about here. And everything that moves, it has waves, has electromagnetic properties, and therefore can be manipulated by gravity or electricity. Or magnetic wave shaping is basically what they're doing with this one. They also have been working on another ultra-thin technology, which is basically a 60 millimeter thick, nanometers thick, excuse me, meters, 60 nanometer thick silicon layer, and basically electroplated gold. And then once it's electroplated gold on it, they basically use some kind of chemical to, well, then they'll put a pattern like silk screen, these little V-shaped array structures evenly spaced in rows across the surface of this. And then they put it in some kind of a chemical which dissolves the gold, probably the similar way that they make PC boards. They silk screen the gold pattern on there. They have to make this thing in gold layers. And then but this is a ultra thin flexible surface that is only 60 nanometers thick. And look, they even had a guy showing this flexible material, just how thin this stuff really is, that the gold, as the light travels through the gold V-shaped structures, there is a delay of phase shift which basically bends the light the same way a conventional lens would work. I'll leave links in the description. But by causing the delay, instead of creating phase delays as light propagates through the thickness of the material, you can create instantaneous phase shift right at the surface of the lens. That's extremely exciting. So basically, interesting how they've chosen gold, which may be the reason why we see a lot of the red in my previous videos, that we keep seeing this red petal effect. And then since light does travel in vortexes, okay, light does not travel in a simple two-dimensional wave. It actually travels in a spiraling vortex through, people want to call it ether, but it's a little more complex. I'll leave a link in this. This website is walterrussell.com. Okay, this really basically explains real science proven in nature. And so since light does travel in light and sound, all waves travel in this spiraling, compressing, expanding vortex. Here's a quick demonstration of this with the sound being projected on this string. And notice the string doesn't actually go up and down, but it actually spins like jump rope. Now, they're going to slow this down, and please watch, this is not a simple up and down wave, but it's spiraling and up and down like jump rope. That's how waves travel. That's how light travels. Pretty cool, huh? So, isn't that interesting that as light travels, the way that we see light is the same way we feel electricity or sensations in our ears or anything else. We have sensors throughout our entire body, and that our eye, in order to pick the stuff up, picks up the spectrum of color in cone shapes in our eyes. What an awesome creator we have, that all lights travel in a vortex, and here the sensors picking up these colors travels down this vortex, extra sense. And then we also, these cone shapes in the back of our eyes will actually pick this up and literally vibrate this, and that's how we see light. It's instantaneous. It's not actually traveling. Again, light moves through water in a waveform that waves don't even really, in a sense, they really don't travel. It's almost instantaneous. The frequency of light, the speed of light is really the frequency of light that we see it visibly. And we have all our sensors, again, and our rods that we have in our eyes are basically, give us the light itself. Okay, I'm not an eye expert, but I just find that really interesting. Some of you have seen this in your high school classes, that why would they be cone shaped and rod shaped? Well, these are colorblind These just basically help amplify the light. I'm not going to get in a lot of detail. So I hope that explains this ultra thin lens and all that. And then I've got something pretty amazing also. That, let me pull this up here. Now, in my video over the Australian web cameras, we picked up these pictures. Scotty from Planet X had sent me this. Give him a credit for this. But this is the exact same photo, but these are color enhanced photos of the same thing we caught over the Bondi Beach web camera, showing, now check this out, this striped planet. Okay, in these color enhanced photos we can see now, according to some, they have named this planet Atu. Now I've heard that before. Check that out. These are color enhanced photos. Look at these stripes right here, the same pattern we're going to see in the up and coming. These are all color enhanced. There is a high definition telescope view showing this thing and its potential craters with features like that. I'm not sure if that's a gas giant or what. It's not Nibiru, but it certainly is one of these. Look at the green ore around this thing. This is a straight up unaltered view of this planet. So that's what we've been seeing, the same as we've been seeing this planet here, and from almost the same. That's pretty crazy stuff, man. And you can catch this yourself. Hopefully, if we ever have clear enough days. So please copy and like this, share this video. You have a blessed day. Thank you for watching.